So my wife drives the Subaru Ascent. It's got 3 rows of seating and it's a big car. It's a grocery getter, kid hauler, trips to Home Depot, and because of this, the car's got a bunch of scratches and dings on it. And recently she came out and saw a long scratch that went from the front of the car all the way to the back of the car. I've got some tools that I bought a while ago to do some paint correction. I actually have never used them, but I think this is a good time to give it a try. I'm gonna take you out to the car and we'll go see what it looks like. Alright, so we're going to take a quick look at all the damage on the side of the car. It looks like somebody walked by, maybe with a shopping cart or something, and walked all the way down the whole side of the car. And so none of it is super deep, I don't think. There are some dents in the car. But I think it's going to take a little bit of work to get it out. Some more scuff marks, maybe from some other issue. But the first step is going to be wash the car. I'm going to get to it, and then I'm going to get back to you. Great, so the car's been washed and dried, and I brought it in the garage. And you can see that while it cleaned it up nicely, there's still some marks. I think some of the scuff marks I did get rid of, but not all of them. So I'm going to kind of come down the line here so you can see it's tough with the light behind me. But you can see that there's still some marks. So the next step is going to be clay bar. I'm going to clay bar, and then we're going to see what it looks like after that. Alright, so here's what I'm going to use to clay the car. I got this kit from chemicalguys.com. It comes with a clay luber and it comes with a clay block. It's not exactly clay bar, it's actually a rubberized sponge that allows you to work faster, and in addition to working faster, it will also be able to be cleaned so that if it gets dirty, you clean it off and then you use it again. So it should allow me to finish this car faster because this is a big car. I'm also including some of this Meguiar's Quick Detailer. In the past, I've used this as like a lubricant for the clay bar, and so I've got some bottles of this. I think I'll need it with the size of this car, so we'll have to see, but this is what I'm going to use as well. So to give you an idea of how the clay block works, here's what it looks like. It's a foam sponge, and it's got a rubberized surface. And so the way that it works is that I'm going to use the clay luber. I'm going to lubricate the surface. I'm going to lubricate the block, and then I'm going to slide the block just like a clay bar. And what that's going to do is it's going to raise the contaminants up off of the surface of the car and into the lube. Then I'm going to use a microfiber towel, and I'm going to clean the car off. I'm going to wipe the lube off. And you can see here that there was the scuff mark there. It did clean it up a little bit. I might try and get at it a little bit more, but the surface of the car is smooth as if I just clayed it. And then if this surface gets dirty, I can use the lube on it and wipe it off clean and then use it again. I'm going to do this to the rest of the car, and then we'll take a look. So I finished up the claying, and I will say that it turned out really good. I'm really happy with the clay block. It worked just as good as claying, and it was very fast comparing to clay barring that I've done in the past. I would say that most of the scuffing is gone. There you can see that there is some still small scratches that are left, but I really think that there isn't anything here that I don't think I should be able to get rid of. Maybe a tiny bit, but we'll see. You can see that there's still a scratch here. That's coming along. So not much here in the door, and in the front quarter panel. Some scratching here, still a little bit, but it's very minor. There's not much I can do about the dings. And then the front bumper, I think that there was some scuffing there, but it looks like it's all gone now. So I'm gonna work on getting out the DA polisher, and then I'll bring it out and show you what I've got and see where we're gonna go next. Alright, so here are the tools that I'm going to use to do the polishing. I have a Torque 10FX that I got from Chemical Guys. I also have two cut polishing pads. I have an orange pad and I have a white pad. I'm going to start with the orange, which is a medium duty, and the light is the white. I actually have never done this before, and so this is going to be my first time using it. I have watched a bunch of videos and I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. So I have like a starter pack of the compound. Let's get them out of the package here. It comes with all 4 different grits, I guess. Uh, 32 being the most aggressive and 38 being the least aggressive. So we got 32, 34, 36, and 38. I also have some polishing pad conditioner, which I'm going to use. So I'm going to start with the orange pad, and I'm going to start with 36. And we're going to do a test spot, and we're going to see how well it turns out. I'm going to load the pad up onto the polisher here. And then we're going to head over to the car and I'll show you what we're doing. So I wanted to try and give you a close-up shot of the spot that I'm going to try and remove first. It's right here. It's hard to see when I zoom back out, so I wanted to show you kind of where it was in relation to where the bumper is and where the gas cap is. Then I'm going to zoom back out and then we'll start working. So the area that I'm going to work with is this mark here that runs along all the way. It actually runs even up into here. But I'm going to tape off this area first, and then I'm going to work in generally this small section here, and then we'll see how it turns out. I think that's going to be all right. All right, so I'm starting out with the V36, and I'm starting out with the orange pad. I already shook this up pretty well. So I'm going to put on 1, 2, 3, 5 dabs here, I guess. Then I'm going to spray the conditioner on the pad. Then I'm going to dab it in the area that I'm going to work, try and spread it out. Alright. Cord over my shoulder here. I'm going to start in the lowest setting. I turned it on. I'm going to start in the lowest setting just to spread it out. And then I'm going to speed it up to maybe 40-ish. I don't know if it has a 40, but it goes in speed increments of 15, so maybe 45 is what I'm going to go to. So I'm going to start by spreading it out, and then once it's spread out, I'm going to speed it up and then do a cross hatch pattern to work it in. I'm going to focus on trying to make sure that the pad is flat. that's pretty good, I think. Now I'm gonna speed it up here. Trying to get a good position here. That seemed to work out alright. I'm gonna go grab a clean microfiber towel and then we'll wipe it off. Alright, so I should have had these ready, but I didn't. Next time I will. And that came out incredible. It completely got rid of it. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit to take a look. I'm pretty impressed. So this is the same area. And that scratch is completely gone. I'm pretty happy with that. Very happy. So as we get further along here, you'll see that I'll get to the area where I didn't polish and the scratch continues. I don't know if I can get in on it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. You see the light, you see the scratch now. So it goes on there. So it was a pretty light scratch, but like I said, I'm very happy with how that turned out. So here's gonna be where I'm gonna do the next piece here. I don't know if you can see the scratch here, but there's a scratch that comes up along here and actually follows along. You see this is where the door handle is. And it follows along, it actually goes the length of the door. So I won't do the whole section. There's actually another scratch up above the door handle. I'm gonna try and hit both at the same time. I might do this 2-foot section here and see if I can get the same results. So this time I think I'm gonna use a little bit less, maybe 4 drops. I'm only gonna do this section here. There's 2 scratches here and then a scratch above the door handle here. So I'm only gonna do this small section here and then see how it goes. All right, let's clean it off here. Let's see what we got. again, I would say that came out fantastic. All gone. These scratches here all gone. But the door handle, I didn't want to get too close in here because this is a tight space and there's a lot of curves and I don't think I have the right size pad for it, so I might just leave that. But up here, all gone. That is gonna turn out good. So I do want to say that I do plan on coming back after I do this line here, this side here. I'm gonna come back with the next up, which is I think 38, which is the next least aggressive grit, and then finish polishing, do the same with that. And then after that, when that's all done, I'm probably gonna give the car a quick wash again, just to make sure there isn't any residue, and then wax it. And I'll be using the DA for that as well. But again, came out fantastic, I think. I'm very happy with it, and so I'm just gonna keep moving and get the rest of this done. So I'm all done with the polishing, and all I can say is that this came out really, really good. I would say better than what I could have asked for. The DA polisher really did a great job, and you know, that thing's been sitting in my garage for a long time and I hadn't used it. And so I'm kind of kicking myself for not using it sooner. But it is what it is. I'm going to go down the line here. You can see, you know, the scratch is 90. You see there's a little spot there. I think I could probably have gone a little more aggressive on that one spot, but for the most part, it's like 90% gone. I'm really happy with it. The next step is really going to be, I'm probably going to give the car a quick wash just to kind of get any splatter off, because this was my first time using it, and you know, there was some splatter, and I think that it'll just be worthwhile to give the car a quick wash before I wax it. I'm going to use the machine to do the waxing. I think it's going to work out really well. But yeah, this is the path that had the scratches, and you know, you really can't see any scratches or scuffs or any of that sort. The dings are still there, as you can see, but it's definitely much better. So I completed the last wash and wax in the car. I used the machine to apply the wax and it worked awesome. For wax, I'm using a Blacklight from Chemical Guys. It's what I had in hand and it works fantastic. I think that 90 or 95% of the scratches are gone on the car, and so I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I think that I learned a lot from using the machine for the first time, and I definitely won't be as apprehensive in the future to use it again. I hope you enjoyed the content. There's more to come. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.